Welcome to this training video. My name is Sean Canary. I'll be your guide through this training video. This video, along with a series of videos, is made to help you further your understanding of HubSpot. We'll be talking about everything from your personal settings all the way up to doing cross-object reporting, creating some pretty extensive workflows within the HubSpot environment. But for these purposes, these videos are meant to educate, teach you guys how to use things, teach you guys how to use different features of HubSpot. So I hope you find these video recordings informational. Starting off, connecting your email and making sure that you troubleshoot any problems. A lot of people have some issues connecting their email. One, two is I want to make sure that you guys understand all the settings and understand how to use the email feature both within HubSpot as well as outside of HubSpot, meaning in the email tool itself. So let's quickly go into connecting your email provider to HubSpot. You're simply going to click on the gear icon located in the upper right. This is your settings icon. This is where you're going to go to settings. From here, you're going to go into your general area under preferences. This is where you're going to set up your general information. Make sure you add a profile image, your name, your language, as well as the date, time, and number format. I'm going to use the United States, but obviously if you're in Europe, you would use your settings there. Obviously, you put the day before the month. We do the month before the year. We're a little bit inferior when it comes to that. In addition, you want to make sure that your mobile phone number is in here. And why is that? It has nothing to do with the calling feature in HubSpot. In fact, it has everything to do with security notifications, workflow notifications, and basically anything to do with the HubSpot software itself. They need a way to reach out to you in case of problems. So this has nothing to do to connect your phone to HubSpot. This is simply indicating here's the number you can reach me in case there is any issues. But let's move on to the email and setting up your email. Once you are in your general settings, you're going to move to the email tab right here. Now let's talk a little bit about these settings before we dive in and connect a inbox. First thing you're going to notice is that there are some configure settings as well as a never log. Some important things here to note is the add an email alias. This allows emails sent outside of HubSpot to be used with your user. So what does that mean? Basically, you're able to hide emails to send emails from an alias instead of the actual account as well. It may come in handy if you're using your email and you want to send it from a different email address, an alias, instead of your actual email address. But that is basically what that setting is in a nutshell. The other setting here is your email signature. Now this is important to add your signature from your company's email server. You can get that from Outlook. There's also a very cool tool HubSpot has called the HubSpot email signature generator. If you just Google that, you can do that as well. Also, you can add HTML. So if you wanted to add your signature and it's given to you in HTML, you can paste that code in there. So your signature should be added so it appears like an email coming from your Outlook or from your Gmail account, your company account. So you want to make sure whether you're sending your email on your Outlook or Gmail or HubSpot itself that it has the same signature. So make sure that you do that as well. This is also important, this next one, they include the unsubscribe link. Now, some people may say to me, Sean, well, we're not worldwide, we're not international, we don't deal with anybody in Europe, so GDPR does not pertain to us. We don't sell in California, so CCPA doesn't pertain to us. If you are international or you do sell in California, you need this on, right? You need to give people a way to unsubscribe. This also turns on some important automation features within HubSpot to mark people as non-marketing contacts and unsubscribe them from receiving marketing emails, which will protect you from GDPR and CCPA. But also, too, if you're not worried about those two, if it's not applicable to you, you want to make sure that this is turned on because it's just healthy database management, meaning that you as an email sender should be always trying to only send the people that want your information. So it's going to help with deliverability. Instead of sending to people that will mark you as spam or you'll bounce, giving them an unsubscribe link will allow them to unsubscribe safely and help improve your deliverability numbers. So I always recommend that this is turned on. In addition, you're going to find that once you connect your email to HubSpot, you're going to start creating contacts for personal connections that you never meant to, right? So I have a doggy daycare. If I send an email to my doggy daycare after connecting that HubSpot to my email, if it is in the automatically turned on position, it's going to create a HubSpot contact record. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to take extreme measures to prevent that from happening. And this is where the extreme measures happen. This is where I can add domains and email addresses that I never want to be logged into HubSpot, right? So things like at kunocreative.com or at lorainccc.edu. These are where I work. So I want to make sure that I never log any communications with my HR or with my teammates so that people do not get created as contacts and those conversations are not recording. So it's a really easy way to make sure that contacts are never created after connecting your email. So let's talk about connecting your email. And the first thing you're going to do is hit connect a personal email address, right? All right, so inbox automation. What is inbox automation? Inbox automation is an AI feature by HubSpot that allows HubSpot to look at your emails from this point forward, not backwards, this point forward, all the emails that you send and you log is going to look in email signatures, it's going to look in email copy, and it's going to try to fill in missing properties from the HubSpot contact and company record from the information that that AI finds. I always leave this off because I never want HubSpot to assume data from emails is the truth. So I always only put in the data I want into HubSpot, either manually or from contacts entering it. I never want HubSpot to use AI to assume anything, so I always leave this on. You may want that. You may want to toggle this on. All it does is tell HubSpot if I'm corresponding with a contact that's in my HubSpot account, feel free to use your AI to read the email, read the signature, and try to find information from that email to put into my contact record. I personally think it's a GDPR risk too, because again, they didn't explicitly give you that information, so I don't know. It may not have anything to do with it. Again, I'm a marketing person, not a lawyer, so don't take my word for it. But I always leave this off, so make sure this is off. And I'll show you how to toggle this off if you've already connected your email. But the next step is to connect your inbox. Next thing we're going to do is hit scanary at lorainccc.edu because I'm going to demonstrate connecting Outlook in this video. So when we connect Outlook, we're going to go ahead and hit next. And it says your email is hosted by Microsoft. This is really cool because HubSpot used to have to tell it which system you were connecting. Now it will automatically connect it and pick how to connect it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit connect. There is some information as far as what to expect when connecting to HubSpot. After you read all this information, go ahead and hit continue. It's going to go through and it's going to ask you to log into your account. Simply, you're going to log into your account and it looks fantastic. It is sending a test, verifying connection. Guess what? It is now ready to go, and you have connected your system, right? The next step of this is to download the extension. Being able to send emails out of HubSpot is one thing, but you want to make sure that you download the tool for Outlook or Gmail that allows you to send from those programs and record that information within HubSpot. This is where you do that. You hit download extension. It's going to ask you what you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and hit download of the Office 365 extension. It's going to pull open my Microsoft Store and get it now. I'm going to click get it now and go through the steps and download it. I already have it downloaded, so I don't need to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. If this is Gmail, I'm going to go ahead and install for Gmail Chrome. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to hit done, and you'll notice that my Lorraine CCC EDU is connected. I can do the same thing for Gmail. So if you have a Gmail account, it works very similar. I'm going to connect my Gmail account now, and I'm going to go ahead and see it's noticed that it is hosted by Google. So I'm going to connect a Gmail, and it is now going to ask me to log in. I'm going to allow Google to connect to it. Huzzah, it is now completed. Sending a test email. It's going to make sure everything is okay. Verify the connection. Now I have 2 emails connected to my HubSpot system, right? So I'm going to give it just 2 more seconds here to go ahead and do it. Again, I can download the extension for Chrome for Gmail. I have it already installed. We'll go over that here in a second, so I don't need to do so right now. I'm going to go ahead and hit done. Now you'll notice I have both my Gmail account connected as well as my Outlook 365, right? Remember when I said I don't want inbox automation turned on? I left that unchecked. If you already connected your email to HubSpot, this is where it would be toggled on under this inbox automation area. It would be toggled on here. As far as troubleshooting the connection, you're going to get a status. If there's ever any troubles with your connection or it needs reestablished, this is where it's going to state that there's trouble or there's a problem with your email connection. So you're going to want to make sure that that is turned on. Now that these are connected, I'm going to include my unsubscribe link. I'm going to hit save. So now every time I send an email, there's going to be an opportunity at the bottom of my email to unsubscribe. From here, what does this look like in the actual email account? So let's go over to Outlook first and foremost and see what it looks like here. Here's my Outlook. You guys probably see this 365, Outlook's 365. So where's HubSpot? How do I use it from the individual account? Well, as you create an email, you'll notice, maybe you put in here the subject line and this is a test. To connect this to make sure that this goes into HubSpot, you're going to want to make sure that your HubSpot extension, remember this thing, you got it, it's installed, because once you install it, it's kind of tricky to find. If you scroll up to the top toolbar, make sure you're on the message toolbar, and you'll notice this apps button. It looks like a tic-tac-toe board. You're going to click on it, and you'll notice HubSpot Sales appears right here. HubSpot Sales will open, and you're going to want to make sure that you're connected to the inbox. Continue. There you go. Fantastic. So it's going to go ahead and it's going to go through there and send a test email, make sure that everything is connected. You're going to go ahead and close this window. Your HubSpot Sales is now connected. You're able to connect this to an account. You're going to be able to log it to a company. You're going to be able to log it to a deal. From here, you're able to open Sean Canary in the CRM. That way you can see what that looks like in the CRM, that contact. And then you're going to have all your tools here. So if you want to use your meeting link, you can click on your meeting link here and enter your meeting link. But all your message tools will be right here. You can log any of those to log right here. One last step before that you send this email and you're moving on, you'll notice this little pin right here is unpinned. You want to make sure that you pin it so that it always appears. That way, every message you write, you don't have to go to this tic-tac-toe board and hit apps and then HubSpot. That way, when you send this email or delete it, I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And I'm going to create a new email. You'll notice that the HubSpot sales tool automatically pops up. That's because it's pinned. So make sure that pin is on. That way all your tools will be right here. There's some cool features within the HubSpot message tools. Templates, you can have pre-written emails for you. These are emails that you may send out on a regular basis. You can add documents for tracking purposes. So you can upload certain documents to HubSpot. And then once you do add that document, let's do this. That's Canary at Kuno Creative, right? Test. Once you do add that document, it won't add as an attachment. It'll actually add as a link. And then what you can do is put that in there, and what this is going to do is track how many times that person has clicked on it and send you notifications when that person has clicked on it. That way you get notifications. I will warn you, do not upload anything that is private and personal in nature or financial in nature that you do not want to be seen, because what happens is this uploads that document into HubSpot, and anybody with that link can then view that document. So it is not password protected, so make sure that you protect your company, make sure you protect yourself, and know that it does not allow for you to do that. From here, also you can set up your calendar, so you can set up meetings. We'll go over that here in a second. There's two options. You can pick times from a meeting, or you can click on scheduling links. You can have multiple meeting calendars, or like I said, you can click on insert proposed times, and you can pick from your calendar several times that the person can meet with you. And it puts a really fancy little box in here and says, hey, choose one of these times from below that you would want to meet. That way somebody doesn't have complete control of your individual calendar. The other thing is templates is a complete email from start to finish, including beginning and end and subject line. Snippets is maybe just a sentence or two. For instance, when I'm hiring a new client, I always forget what the terms and conditions are as far as working for us. So I save the snippet that says, hey, by signing this statement, you're agreeing to our standard terms that can be found here. So it's simply, snippets are simply maybe a paragraph or a couple sentences that you use on a regular basis, as opposed to a complete and total email, right? Payments are, if you're using HubSpot Payments, which is kind of like a Stripe or thing, you can collect payments within it. Sequences are semi-automated emails. We'll get into the sequences in a later video, so don't worry about that right now. And then what's brand new and in beta is HubSpot is using ChatGPT and letting an email be created. You can actually describe what you're trying to write, and HubSpot will write the email for you. So it's a really cool way to, if you don't know what to say, you're not quite a wordsmith, you can click on write an email, type of email that you're trying to write, what you're selling, who you're selling to, and what you're trying, and then choose the tone of your email, and it will generate an email for you. You can pick and choose what you write. Finally, here is the contact profile. You can open up your contact that you're writing in HubSpot. You can see any recent activity with that contact, any tasks that are due with that contact. So this HubSpot sales toolbar is very helpful when it comes to HubSpot. It's very similar to the HubSpot toolbar that you'll find in a contact record as you write emails. And if you go into an email and you want to write an email, obviously the tools will be right there. you'll go into here and you'll notice that the tools are right up here that you can choose from. So it's very similar whether you write your emails from here or write your emails within HubSpot right here. The tools are the same, and it just gives you a different view of it. So that is how you connect your HubSpot to your email, whether it be Outlook or whether it be Gmail. I hope you found this video helpful. Please stay tuned for other emails or other videos when it comes to using HubSpot on a regular basis. Thanks for listening.